Hey everybody, welcome to Fun Facts. If you are seeking information, you are at the right place. Today, we're going to go over the most amazing top 10 facts about
strangest places around the world.
Make sure to watch until number 1, because it's one of the most amazing facts you will ever see.
20. Spotted Lake, British Columbia, Canada. Canada's Spotted Lake has long been revered by the native Okanagan, Syilx people, and it's easy to see why they think of it as sacred. In the summer, the water of the lake evaporates, and small mineral pools are left behind, each one different in color from the next. The unique lake can be viewed on Highway 3, northwest of the small town of Osoyoos, although visitors are asked not to trespass on tribal land. 60 million years ago, a huge volcanic eruption spewed out a mass of molten basalt, which then solidified and contracted as it cooled, creating the cracks that can be seen today. There are an estimated 37,000 polygon columns at this World Heritage Site, so geometrically perfect that local legend has it they were created by a giant. It's a firm contender for one of the weirdest places on Earth. 18. Thor's Well, Oregon, USA. In rough conditions at Thor's Well in Oregon, also known as Spouting Horn, the surf rushes into the gaping sinkhole and then shoots upwards with great force. It can be viewed by taking the Captain Cook Trail from the Cape Perpetua Scenic Area Visitor Center, but for your own safety, stay well back, especially at high tide or during winter storms. 17. Pamukkale, Turkey, a remarkable UNESCO World Heritage Site in southwest Turkey. A visit to Pamukkale, Cotton Palace, also takes in the ancient ruins of Hierapolis, the once great city that was built around it. Water cascades from natural springs and down the white travertine terraces, and forms stunning thermal pools, perfect for a quick dip. We recommend joining a small group tour to have a guide with you. 16. Lake Hillier, Western Australia. This remarkable lake is on the largest of the islands in Western Australia's Recharge archipelago. The lake keeps its deep pink color year-round, which some scientists say is down to high salinity, combined with the presence of a salt-loving algae species known as Denaliella salina and pink bacteria known as halobacteria. To really take in this spectacle, consider a scenic flight, 140H from Esperance Airport. 15. Badab-e-Sirte, Iran. These beautiful travertine terraces in northern Iran are an incredible natural phenomenon that developed over thousands of years. Travertine is a type of limestone formed from the calcium deposit in flowing water, and in this case, it's two hot springs with different mineral properties. The unusual reddish color of the terraces is caused by the high content of iron oxide in one of the springs. There is plenty of colors elsewhere in Iran. Head to the Nakshi-Jahan Square in Esfahan to find endless bright tiles in one of the biggest squares on the planet. 14. The Tianzi Mountains, China. Found in the northwest of Hunan province in China, these staggering limestone pinnacles are covered in lush greenery and often shrouded in mist. A cable car goes as far as Huangshi village, and from here there are plenty of trails to take in the breathtaking views of Tianzi, Son of Heaven. Unsurprisingly, they are the inspiration for the floating mountains in the blockbuster movie Avatar. 13. The Nazca Lines, Peru. The animal figures and geometric shapes, etched by the ancient Nazca into Peru's barren Pampa de San Jose, are one of South America's great mysteries. Visible only from the air or from a metal viewing tower beside the highway, some of the unexplained shapes are up to 200 meters in length, and each one is executed in a single continuous line. It's most certainly one of the strangest places in the world. The Nazca Lines are best to be explored from one of the scenic flights to discover the huge figures and animals. Beyond the Nazca Lines, there is plenty more to explore in the fascinating country of Peru. 12. The Bermuda Triangle, North Atlantic Ocean. Long shrouded in myth and mystery, the infamous 500,000 square miles, also dubbed the Devil's Triangle, is roughly the area between Bermuda, Florida, and Puerto Rico. Although the U.S. Coast Guard disputes any such area exists, conspiracy theories thrive on stories about unusual magnetic readings and ships, planes, and people who have disappeared here without a trace. 11. Socotra Island, Yemen. Separated from mainland Africa more than 6 million years ago, this remote island looks like the set of a sci-fi film. Socotra's incredible and unique biodiversity means that there are plants and trees here not found anywhere else in the world. Particularly bizarre are the ancient and twisted dragon's blood tree and the bulbous bottle tree. Definitely one of the most unique places to visit in the world. 10. The Hand in the Desert. Chilean sculptor Mario Irarrázaval is responsible for this very weird work of art. Rising out of the sand in the middle of Chile's Atacama Desert, 46 miles south of the city of Antofagasta. Irarrázaval is known for his works associated with human suffering, and this huge unnerving sculpture captures a feeling of loneliness, exacerbated by its desolate and secluded location. 09. Chocolate Hills of Bohol Island. The Philippines. Bohol's 1,700-odd conical hills. Not the middle of the island in the Philippines. They range in height, but are so regular in shape that they could be mistaken for being man-made. However, according to UNESCO, they are the uplift of coral deposits and a result of rainwater erosion. The hills only earn their chocolate nickname in the dry season, when the foliage goes from lush green to brown. Consider combining a trip to the Chocolate Hills with a visit to the Tarsier Sanctuary and a lunch cruise along the Lobak River. Bohol Island is just one of our favorite islands in the Philippines. Make sure to head to Alango Island to find migratory birds, and try diving on Panago Island. 08. Red Beach, Panjin, China. Very cool and very weird. This beach is covered in a type of seaweed called sueda, which turns bright red in autumn. 30 kilometers or 19 miles southwest of Panjin in China, these tidal wetlands are an important nature reserve for migrating birds. Only a small section of the beach is open to the public, but it can be explored via a wooden walkway that stretches out to sea. Red Beach may just be one of China's best secret beaches. 07. Plain of Jars, Laos. Shrouded in myth, megalithic stone jars are scattered across Xiang Province, Laos, in groups from 1 to 100. A working theory is that the huge cylindrical jars were used in ancient funeral ceremonies, though local legend has it that the jars were used to brew rice wine for giants. In the 1960s, northern Laos was subject to a massive aerial bombardment by the USA, and it's only been relatively recently that some areas have been cleared and declared safe for visitors. 06. Goblin Valley State Park, Utah, USA. No, this is not Mars, but an uninhabited valley 216 miles southeast of Salt Lake City in Utah, in USA. Soft sandstone has, for many years, been eroded by wind and water to form strange pinnacles or hoodoos that some think resemble goblins. The eerie landscape is only about a mile across and 2 miles long, and it's well worth exploring the marked trails to get up close to the bizarre formations. Also relatively unknown is the fact that you can go on a spectacular canyoneering adventure in the Valley of Goblins. 05. Whalebone Alley, Siberia. A stretch of the northern shore on remote Tigran Island, 82 kilometers or 51 miles off the coast of Alaska, has become a macabre tourist destination. Massive whale jawbones, ribs, and vertebrae stand horizontally in the ground, forming an eerie alleyway. It's generally agreed that the site dates back to the 14th or 15th century, but whether it was a sacred spot for native tribes to meet, or simply a gathering place for mass slaughter, no one knows. What we do know is that it stands as one of the weirdest places in the world. 04. Glass Beach, California, USA. This glittering sea glass beach in California is a remarkable side effect of years of rubbish being dumped on the beach. It wasn't until the 1960s that this was stopped, and by then the sea was full of everything from electrical appliances to bottles and cans. Over time, the waves broke everything down into colorful pebbles, and the beach became a major tourist attraction, now ironically under threat, because visitors are taking home the glass. It's not all glass on the beaches in the state. 03. The Catacombs, Paris, France. The deeply creepy catacombs are a network of old quarry tunnels beneath Paris, and the final resting place of around 6 million Parisians. Most are anonymous skulls and bones taken from the city's overcrowded graveyards during the 18th and 19th centuries. It wasn't until the authorities realized its potential as a tourist attraction that the bones were arranged in the macabre displays seen today. It's a sure contender for one of the strangest places in the world. As a popular tourist attraction nowadays, make sure to get your catacombs tickets beforehand to skip the lines. The catacombs are open from Tuesday to Saturday, 10 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. If you're keen on exploring the underground of Paris, you might like to discover these subterranean wonders elsewhere too. 02. Fly Geyser, Nevada, USA. This otherworldly geyser is on private land on the edge of the Black Rock Desert in Nevada. Created accidentally in 1964, after an energy company drilled down into geothermal waters. Today a scalding fountain erupts up to 5 feet high, and the resulting mineral buildup means the cone is growing by several inches each year. The brilliant hues of red and green are down to thermophilic algae. 01. Cat Island, Japan. One of the weirdest places on Earth has to be the Japanese Cat Island. A short ferry ride from Japan's east coast to Shirojima has a population of 100 humans, who are vastly outnumbered by their furry friends. Originally, the cats were encouraged since the island produced silk, and mice are natural predators of silkworms. Local fishermen regarded them as good luck. The island even has a cat shrine, along with newly built cat-shaped cabins for tourists to stay in. It goes without saying that there are no dogs allowed.
Subscribe and turn on notifications to get informed, so you don't miss more videos of the most amazing top 10 facts and much more. Check out this playlist for the most amazing top 10 videos, and remember guys, knowledge is power. With a P. Peace.